I already started the stream. Can you give me your iPad right quick?
What you want?
iPad?
What's next to you?
Oh. Let's see. But shout out to everybody. Peace and harmony. I don't know if there's anybody watching right now, but this is just an introduction for the people that watch this shit on y'all off time. You feel me? Like if you're not on live right now, cool. This is an introduction for you. Wholeness to you. I hope you having a great experience. I just figured I'd get on here to just make some content. Be consistent within my streaming and things of that nature. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to share with y'all. Look at this fucking fly. Yeah, I just seen. Get the fuck off my computer, bro. What's wrong with you? Fucking dumbass flies, man. Alright, it doesn't matter. Hold on, let me lower it. I do have. But anyways, let's see. I remember when they used to have the little games on here. Is this a game? No. Trash. That's whack. Let's see. Peace and wholeness to everyone. Welcome to the Source Infinity Show. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I hope y'all can hear me, man. I hope I'm not talking too low. I mean, I did lower the fucking volume of the thing. It is what it is. Well, let's see. Alright. What do we want to present today's live? So we're going to go into the Ascension Glossary once again. Yesterday we were talking about consciousness and how consciousness is everythingness. How consciousness, just the nature of consciousness within itself. Today, so y'all can see right here, this is what we were discussing on my last live stream yesterday. So if you missed that, go watch that stream. It's on YouTube. Yeah, what's the YouTube? Source Infinity 8. That's the YouTube at, and you just search up Source Infinity and you're gonna find me right there. So, like we said before, well, I'm not gonna break down what consciousness is here because I did that in that other video, like I said. Now, what is expanding consciousness? Increasing energy through the intentional connection with higher frequency is what changed the rate of vibration. What we think and how we behave is a rate of frequency. If we change how we think and behave, we raise our frequency. Well, if we change it for the better, right? So, let's talk about the spectrum of frequency, right? So yesterday we spoke about consciousness. Today we're going to go into the spectrum of frequency. Let me make this a bit smaller for y'all niggas. Hold on. Smaller in this form. Let's make it as clear as possible. I hope y'all can read that shit. I know y'all can read it actually. I'm looking at it. So now, spectrum of frequency, right? So we're just going to read what they got going on within the Ascension Glossary once again. We are the Ascension Matrix. The Ascension Matrix is a guardian academy. It's a site created by Source Infinity, aka myself. Peace to you, Alexis Wholeness. And yeah, we're just going to break down frequency. I'm going to take this and, I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to post it as a video as well. And I'm dropping the video on consciousness very soon, just so that as many people as possible can tune into this information, because this is very important information. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be talking about it. Alright? But let's get it. Spectrums of frequency. And hold on, before I say that, because I should have done my intro before. Peace and wholeness to everyone. This is Source Infinity tuning in. We back at it again with another DEA DNA activational stream or video. I don't know. Are you gonna watch the video? Or I don't know what you're gonna watch. It doesn't matter. It's the same shit. Now to talk about awareness, right? Or spectrum of frequency. The spectrum of frequency. Awareness of our light body, the human energy field, and spectrum of frequency supports the beginning of understanding that all and everything around and within us is an energetic form and vibratory quality and rate of frequency. In our ascension model, we recognize and work with the 15 wave spectrum of frequency that correlate directly with the universal rays and our individual chakra systems. So, as y'all can see, the spectrums of frequency are right here. Chakra 1, 2, 3, right? Each chakra gives birth to a different type of frequency. Yeah. You can say it like that. Right? Because y'all gotta understand that everything is interconnected. So when we say the root chakra is red, like that shit is literal. Like the sacral chakra being orange, that's literal. Everything that is red on this planet is literally a two-dimensional. That's the first dimensional color, right? Like red is literally the first dimension. That's what people gotta understand. It's a type of first dimension type shit, because there's different types of first dimensional things. Now, do they all look red on that level? It's possible. I'm hearing that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we all do have that red spectrum of frequency, you feel me? So kind of our root chakras are red. So when you looking at our light bodies for real, because right now we not actually seeing the totality of our being. We actually perceiving what we are capable of perceiving based upon our current frequency. But as you raise your frequency, you'll be able, or let's say if your frequency was at the original state of being where you can see the true nature of reality, you'll be able to see our light bodies, right? You'll be able to see the red around our being. You'll be able to see the orange around our being. You'll be able to see the yellow around our being. Down to the point where some of us will literally have like red skin, green skin, blue skin, indigo skin, depending upon the frequency that you're on. Now, to continue reading this, we are pure energy and consciousness. And with that, damn, hold on. I need something to drink, because every time I get on here, it's kind of like, hold on. I'm going to just cleanse my throat chakra for real. Okay, thank you. Hold on, throat chakra. I'm doing a cleansing on my throat chakra right quick. Y'all bitches stay projecting dumbass fucks. But anyways, it doesn't matter. So we are pure energy and consciousness. And with that, there are very specific locations within our light body that an individual's choice of expression, emotion, thought, memory, and experience all contribute to the manifestation of experience and form into physical matter. This will help us become self-sovereign within our personal power and responsible manifestors in the world of form, thus experiencing a much greater range of joy and fulfillment in the unlimited possibilities of co-creation. Ashe. So, okay. Right now I'm focused on where they say there are very specific locations within our light bodies, within our light body, that an individual's choice of expression or expressing, there we go. I fucked that part up. That's why I was focused on that. So we gonna read that sentence all over again. We are pure energy and consciousness, and with that there are very specific locations within our light body that an individual's choice of expressing emotion, thought, memory, and experience all contribute to the manifestation of experience and form into physical matter. So what they're saying is the way in which you choose to express these aspects of yourself are going to dictate, all of this contributes, or all of this adds on or makes up the manifestation of experience, what you experience in your reality, the form, right, into physical matter. So kind of like what I was saying before, you could be looking at an extraterrestrial, but if you don't have the capacity to perceive through that, ET's cloaks and shit, or holographic inserts and things of that nature, you not gonna even know what you looking at, bro. Like, you think you looking at a human for real, when in reality there's a whole different type of being that, who knows what it could be. It could be many different extraterrestrial races that exist in the universal time matrix that we don't know about. You feel me? Or they don't teach us about. That's why we don't know about the shit. But the information is actually within your DNA, is what we've been discussing this whole time. And these lives and these videos are designed to activate those aspects of yourself. Shout out to everybody on the live, the 4 people in here. Shout out to y'all. We creating some content, feel me, for the Ascensional tribes out there. We gonna save this stuff is gonna be posted on YouTube. So, you know, if y'all didn't catch the full stream, y'all could check it out once I post it. And wholeness to you, Ultraviolet, shout out to you. And Jack, shout out to you as well, my boy. Shout out to y'all. Peace. Gratitude for tuning in. So yeah, we discussing the spectrums of frequency right now. So now, to go into the second sentence, right? This will help us to become self-sovereign within our personal power and responsible manifestors in the world of form, thus experiencing a much greater range of joy and fulfillment in the unlimited possibilities of co-creation. So just how you can experience, something I thought about was just how you can experience greater ranges of joy and fulfillment. You can experience greater ranges of everything. So when you heighten your frequency, you're basically going to be able to feel what you felt before at a larger level. So when it comes to the frequency of even like sadness, for example, you're going to be able to know more about sadness than you did before. Like, you're going to be able to perceive sadness within a completely different octave, right? Frequency octave. That's going to give you different perspectives of information regarding what sadness even is, or what joy even is, what fulfillment even is. And like they said before, there's unlimited possibilities of co-creation. So, you know, it's deep, man. As y'all already know, the universe is infinitely deep. So these streams, that's why we call it the Infinity Show. You feel me? That's why we're using that name right now, because this is the infinite we talking about. And my consciousness always takes it there. So, you know, it's because I embody the infinite frequency, right? We embody the infinite frequency. Therefore, regardless of what we read type shit, we always gonna give that energy signature to it, right? The infinite type shit, the infinity, right? because that's the frequency that I'm currently on. So I'm saying that as an example to say, like, I'm on all frequencies, right? Because we the infinite. So it's not like I'm saying like, oh, I'm just at the highest frequency and you niggas gotta get up to my level. That's not what I'm saying, nigga. You feel me? That's not what I swear to God. Hold on. Oh my God. My crown chakra, I'm high right now. I didn't even hit the nothing, bro. I even hit the spliff, none of that. I'm fucking. I feel high. I ain't even gonna lie. What the fuck? Oh shit. We getting some activations, y'all. Y'all know how this shit be. Yeah, y'all know how this should be. Like, we always activating shit. That's what people gotta know. Like this is not something new to our being. It's something we do. I say. So yeah, let's talk about rate of frequency. Yeah, high of life. Facts. Energy is consciousness, and it either contracts or expands to maintain or increase its rate of frequency. The process. All right. So see, we read this yesterday when they were talking about consciousness. The process of how fast or slow energy contracts back towards its center point of source field is the vibration rate. Okay, contracts, right? Keyword, how fast or slow it contracts is towards its center point of source field. That's the vibration rate. The process of how fast or slow the same energy expands away from the center point of the source field is the oscillation rate. And like we said yesterday, the combination of both the pattern of vibration contraction, aka contraction, and oscillation, aka expansion, speed is what determines. So the pattern of vibration and oscillation speed is what determines the frequency of rate of all energy and things. As our personal, collective, and planetary consciousness raises frequency, the matter world, including our physical bodies, also become less dense as our frequency increases. So this is the same thing that was on. Yeah, we read that part yesterday. So as y'all can see, like, frequency consciousness is pretty much the same thing. So if you go watch, my last stream yesterday where we was breaking down consciousness, right? We read this aspect of the Ascension Glossary. Y'all gonna see that they have this as well, this explanation. But y'all notice how all of these words are in English. Yeah, right. And it's the English language. Right. So that's how frequency works. That's how life works. All of this is life, nigga. Right. It's one life. Just one life. And we are all embodying that same life. Now, based upon the programming that we receive, is gonna dictate how we perceive that life, right? How you perceive yourself within life and how you perceive life itself, right? Because some people perceive themselves and they're like, oh, I have a life. Some people like myself that have become enlightened, so to speak, we know that we are life. So we don't have a life, we are the life. That makes up life, right? We are life, experiencing life. So yeah, that's a light code for y'all to break down, for y'all to receive. Do we want to go into the chakra functions? So let's talk about the chakra functions, right? This word, they go next. Chakra functions. Chakra functions are to transmit and receive spectrum of frequency. It is important to open the chakras and increase the circulation of energy flow or life force, because the more energy that is flowing, the healthier we are. Illness in the body is caused by energetic imbalances or blockages of the flow through the body's systems. Through the body's system. Keyword bodies, right? Because they're talking about the different chakra bodies or the different light bodies, right? Reduced energy flow not only leads to illness and states of disease, it creates distorted perceptions that allow us to be out of harmony with natural laws that interferes with experiencing life at our true authentic self. So keywords allows us to be out of harmony. Right? It allows us to be out of harmony. So the reduced in energy flow, meaning the lower the frequency within each and every one of your chakras, the unhealthier you're gonna be, regardless of how that illness or disease looks like. It's coming from one of your chakra bodies. It's coming from one of your light bodies, because your light bodies is what you are. So if you are sick or you feeling a disease, right, is what you will be the light body. So it's something within that energetic sphere that is causing that blockage, that sickness, that reduced energy flow, that reduced state of energy flow. So now the chakras' major functions are vitalize the auric bodies and thus the physical body, organs, and glands. This is very interesting. Do I even want to read this? Because I'll probably make up my own shit. I appreciate the Ascension Glossary either way. We're co-creating with the Ascension Glossary because this is a very useful function. And it makes it very easy for me to just go into certain points. But I'm not sure if I want to read all of this stuff. So I hope y'all are enjoying, these light codes so far. We actually cooking for real, not gonna lie. So when I cut these up, they're gonna be pretty dope. They're gonna be pretty dope videos. Hold on, let me meditate right quick. Yeah, we was playing Chantra Seva yesterday. That's the difference. Okay, we're gonna read this. So based upon the Ascension Glossary, the chakras' major functions are to vitalize the auric bodies and thus the physical body, organs, and glands. 2. To bring about the development of different aspects of self-consciousness. Each chakra is related to a specific psychological, higher mental blueprint, form, and function. 3. To transmit energy between the auric layers of the light body. Each auric body has its own set of 7 major particle wave chakras and 8 corresponding anti-particle wave chakras. Interesting. Anti-particle. So they're talking about the other, the other. Okay, I see. Alright, I see. So anti-particle, very interesting. Okay, so to go back, and 8 corresponding anti-particle wave chakras, also called morphogenetic chakras. I figured they were all called morphogenetic chakras. Each located in the same place of the physical body. Okay, so each progressive layer exists in increasingly higher frequency, each with a frequency band than the lower one, with a higher frequency band. Okay. Right. So what they're saying here is that each chakra exists at a higher frequency than the lower chakra. So per se, that's pretty self-explanatory, but like we said before, the root chakra is considered like a lower frequency than your sacral chakra, and so on. So as it's like each chakra, when you activate, like let's say the root, sacral, solar plexus, they're supposed to be operating as one unit. They're supposed to be operating together and combined. So like the root chakra is a part of the sacral chakra. The root and the sacral chakra are parts of the solar plexus. So it's all supposed to be working together. So when you look at like one of the chakras individually, like the fourth dimension, for example, is 1, 2, 3. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3. The fifth dimension will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, making 5. Right? So it has all the energy signatures of the previous chakra or the previous number. So like 2 has the energy signature of 1, but also it's 1 plus 1, so-called, making 2. So making a new energy signature. I hope that makes sense. Now, to continue, energy is transmitted from one layer to the next through pathways in the tips of the chakras. Now, to be fair, y'all, these studies, like, I'm going to share something with y'all. The way when I figure out whether information is factual or false is going based upon my own sense of what people call intuition, and I discuss it with my soul team and my higher selves. So if something here is not, necessarily true for you, is not resonating with you, then you should do your research. You should do your research on everything overall. This is actually a part of us doing our research. So, I just have to say that regarding this information. You must not look at no information like it's absolute or like it's like the infinite, unless you're looking at the infinite for real, and it contains the infinite. So, you gotta learn how to break down information in your own terms. That's how you're gonna be able to like figure it out. Now I'm using the Ascension Glossary as a guide, literally for content, because this is stuff that people should know about and should be aware of. So, this is just a way of us like introducing this to you guys. Now, most of these pathways are sealed in most people, saying most of these chakras are blocked, basically. They open through the intention to align to expanding their consciousness or through spiritual purification work. Interesting. Since the chakras serve to vitalize the body, they are directly related to the pathology or energetic or energy blockages in the body. Okay, that's what we were saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Regarding the illnesses and diseases. Notice how they explain like the same thing 2 times. And it's because people, different perspectives, right? Like different individuals understand things in different ways. Now, this part right here is very interesting. This is, we're going into the stations of identity. We're not going to do that right now. I think I'm going to end this stream, and we're going to do the stations of identity tomorrow. It's also related to the light body, so we might go into the light body before we go into the stations of identity. But, I think I'm going to end this today. Tomorrow we're going to discuss, as y'all can see here, the light bodies and the stations of identity, possibly. I'm not sure yet, but this is what it looks like. These are your stations of identity. They call it the stair step, apparently. They also got some references here. Let's see what these references look like. Okay, very interesting. Alright, I'm not reading that right now. But yeah. There's a lot of research for us to do, y'all. You know, there's a lot of information for us to master. So, this is a way, once again, for me to open this portal for us. And to inspire us into going into these details and breaking down this information so that we can figure out how to heal our planet at the most effective rate, Ashe. You know, at the most effective frequency rate, so that we can raise the frequency rate within the planet for all of us to be able to access full health and vitality, for all of us to be vitalized, like they said, right? They literally told you here the aura, the chakras vitalize the auric bodies, aka thus vitalizing the physical body, organs, and glands. Not just the physical body, but all of your bodies, emotional, mental, whatever it is. You feel me? So we're going to discuss the different bodies when we go into these stations of identity, or when we go into the light body. So, yeah. If y'all want to keep going into this shit, y'all already know what it is, the Ascension Glossary. So y'all can continue doing y'all research on there. Shout out to them. But yeah, I think this is everything. We appreciate everybody that tuned into this stream. And we're gonna